Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. We are still only 2 away from the light streak goal of being concluded for this week, which, thanks to the new episodes, I have a feeling that we're going to be getting there very, very soon. But if you want to get a jump start on it, then make sure you click the like button on this one and all other videos here. Remember, the non-Isaac videos also count towards the like streak goal. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Prestigious Turn 268. He's back again. He's got ourselves a fresh meme. Right off, hot off the presses, top throws behind the scenes of episode 396. Remember, move as randomly as you can. Zigzag like you've never zigzagged before. Until we meet again. Thank you, Skeletor. And I do like the attention to detail, as always, from Prestigious Turn with the photoshopped Isaac mob heads on the whatever the heck were. What were they? What was Skeletor's minions even called? I don't even know. Oh no. Well, seed day is going to be 4-0 Whiskey Golf, Charlie Bravo 0 Whiskey. We've got Explosivo, Curse of the XL, and also Ludovico. Could it be any more anti-Invicta? I don't think so. Well, strap yourselves in, boys and girls. We got ourselves a Ludovico run, and I'm sure Mr. Keeney is probably already fist pumping in the air and saying whatever he says in Swedish, and Lord knows we can only hope to survive this one here. As Ludovico, obviously one of my most hated items in the game. It's just not a good item at all unless you have Brimstone, which I'm hoping that we get. But with this being a Curse of the XL floor, I'm fully expecting to lose our Devil Deal here, probably in this room. Yep, and there it goes. Yep. So this start really could not get any more anti-Invicta if it tried. Maybe if it gave us like Fire Mind or something, or Cursed Eye, I guess. But even then, Ludovico would cancel that out. So maybe Guillotine, that would also be terrible. So all we can really hope for here is just to survive. This is not going to be a run that we're going to be able to get a bunch of Devil Deals or anything like that. We just have to survive the early portion of the game here, and just hope we can hodl. We can hold on for dear life, and let God sort them out at the end or something like that. Actually, not the saying at all. And we get the quarter here. So starting off with 30 cents is pretty good. If we can get something like an early Birthright, maybe that could give us a chance to get something extra. Our shot speed is actually not terrible for Ludovico. Yeah, we'll take Card Battery. And also, hey, you know what? Fanny Pack. Card Battery does not affect IV Bag, but what is nice about this combo is that we have IV Bag and Fanny Pack now. So that's essentially instant consumables and drops for us every time we decide to have or get a use of IV Bag, or if we get like a half Red Heart or something like that. It's going to pay out more than just money. So that's called value. That's great. Oh my gosh, another nickel here. Now I don't feel comfortable. I do not feel comfortable going into the curse room right now. However, we do have another avenue of possibility, and you might have noticed it sitting at the bottom right-hand side. It is the Wheel of Fortune card, or the reverse Wheel of Fortune card. And basically what this means is that we will be able to get a chance. Is this the pill one, or is this the floor one? Yeah, the dice room, yeah. So we will get a chance to actually get a 5-room to trigger off of this reverse Wheel of Fortune card, and that could save this run. At the very worst, I would say, at the very, very, very worst, it would re-roll our run, and then we would get rid of Ludovico and Explosivo and just be happy. Because we don't have any secret room items at all, so we cannot roll into TM Trainer or Ludovico, so that's good. Or not Ludovico, sorry, TM Trainer or Missing No. I'm gonna leave that Soul Heart here for now. I don't think that I don't think that we're going to get a Devil Deal, but I'll pick it up before we use this reverse Wheel of Fortune card. So this could be a blessing in disguise. We'll see. Explosivo is going to deal significant damage if the explosions go off, and we're starting off with an Orbital. There we go, though. That is pretty nice remote damage, though. I gotta say, Explosivo and Ludovico. Luckily, our shot speed is fast enough to where we can keep up with most targets here. Yeah, Explosivo, this is a really, really strong combo here. But that being said, I still wouldn't want to keep it. It's way too dangerous, and I just don't like playing with Ludovico. So it now comes down to us re-rolling this run here, possibly, or giving ourselves a 5 room and starting this floor over again, which would actually technically put us back at level 1, at floor 1, and that would be amazing if that could happen. Oh. Yeah, I had to do that. Literally had to. Let's get this Soul Heart. If you're wondering why we're moving so fast, by the way, it's because of Gusty Blood, which is going to give us a movement speed upgrade and a Tears upgrade for the floor if we take damage. So grab this. Let's go into the shop, and let's see if we can get a 5 room happening. I doubt it, but we'll see. I'll buy this Soul Heart too. I think it was a 4. I think it was a 4 room. So global D6. No. It must have been a global D20 then. It was either a 3 room or a 4 room, and it definitely wasn't a 4 room because we already had the Crooked Penny there. So, well, it was worth a shot. We're going to last week's question of the episode here, coming in from the Explosive Ends episode, which people were having a grand old time clowning on my boy Cursed Penny, and I will not take the Cursed Penny slander. All right? I will not. Cursed Penny is still good. Teleport meta is still good. I don't care what anyone says. See if we can run the Zubats here into the blue fires. There we go. There we go. This one coming in from Quentin Snowfire, who said, question of the episode, what section of Isaac do you think overall is the most fun? The beginning set of floors, the mid game leading up to Mother, or the late game ending it off? I think that the early portions of Isaac are fun because you get the most impactful upgrades. So it's your chance to improve the most, and also to kind of set your build. It really depends on what items you get, obviously, because late game, of course, if you're in a face roll run, that can also be quite fun. But I feel like the struggle early on, if you're not playing as Eden anyway and didn't get a bad start, I think the early struggle early on is fair, like just a base Isaac run, and having sort of that nothing, 0 to hero type moment in the first couple of floors. Let's say the first 4 floors. That can be satisfying for a lot of people. It's satisfying for me. But that being said, the face roll runs are obviously a lot of fun. And I think that, they're a lot of fun to watch too. Maybe not on every episode, but definitely most episodes here. Ace of Spades, we definitely need keys, so we still need to find the item room as well. I have a feeling this is the boss room over here. Or just a big old Isaac circle. I don't know why that one bomb fly went that way, but gotta be real careful here with the delayed Explosivo reaction. Be just a giant circle, yep. Sure is. Now, one thing we can do, we can use the IV bag as an active damage mitigator, which is just a fancy word for let's use IV bag before we get hit. So that way, at least we don't take any damage on our soul hearts, and we just take it on our red hearts, which we have plenty of right now. In this case, Fanny Pack giving us a half red heart is great. Into the secret room. Remember, we don't have a double deal precedent right now because we didn't get one on the last floor. The last floors. And shout out to Earth the XL, but no, gotta move on. So we need to go back, and we cannot afford to skip an item room right now, and I have a feeling it's going to be over here. It's definitely not in the room next to the direct right of the secret room, because obviously there's no other door that can fit there. And it's not here either. Actually really surprised the secret room isn't there. The spot where I originally thought it was. Pretty high percentage wall. I mean, we've already found it, obviously, but still, I'm surprised that it's just not there. Seeing how tricky it is trying to split your attention between Isaac and where Ludovico is. But this is the advantage. You know, it's Ludovico is not all disadvantages. It's mostly disadvantages with some advantages. I actually don't know if I want to take prayer card here. I don't know why prayer card's been showing up quite a lot lately. Oh, that's right. We have car battery. Well, I could definitely do for 1 extra HP upgrade before we go fight the boss. I think that's a good idea. And now we will clear this room, which is not going to be a big deal anyway. Look how fast, though, because of us using the IV bag, look how fast our tears are pulsating on the targets here. And that is where Ludovico really truly shines. Is if you have a very high tears rate and a very high shot speed, you can deal some serious damage. You know, and again, look, I'm not gonna say that Ludovico is 100% bad. I would say it's 65% bad. There are certain situations where Ludovico can be very, very advantageous, and even carry, like hard carry, like. It's just, for the most part, I don't like the playstyle. I like the idea of the item, but I don't like the playstyle. So it's a little bit more of a gray area for me in saying Ludovico is, you know, just trash, because I don't think it's trash. It's just it's an annoying item to have to play around. But it's still better than something like, say, Broken Modem, which is just totally trash. I'm gonna walk in here. Oh yeah. Oh, we dropped a red heart in here, so. Okay, so we're gonna stick with the IV bag because A, it's still synergized with Fanny Pack, and B, it has a mega synergy here with Ludovico and Bloody Gust. Hey, look how fast Gertie is ticking right now. Yeah. And honestly, I'm kind of digging this combo here of Explosivo and Ludovico. That's terrible. Well, Too Spooky does have tears and shot speed now, so we took it. I keep forgetting that they did buff. No, I don't trust myself with Soul Lives. I don't want to accidentally hit Q. They did buff Too Spooky. Definitely worth converting a bomb into a nickel. They did buff Too Spooky in the latest balance patch, which is not so recent anymore, but it is nice that they took some special upgrades and special attention to items that truly were lacking. I don't think anyone cares about the fear ability of Too Spooky, but now that it comes with a shot speed and permanent tears up, hey, you got my attention now. Oh, look at all this money that we're having here. No problem at all. And we've got a mega chest with 11 keys. We get a guppy item here, which I will take over the counterfeit penny because we have so much money that I don't think we need the counterfeit penny. And getting a head start on a guppy transformation would be nice. Now, Ludovico Guppy is also a very strong. It's a strong synergy because the upside on your damage, the uptime on your damage is extremely high, especially when our shots are pulsing as fast as they are with Bloody Gust and IV bag. So this run's really coming together here, I gotta say. And there's an Emperor card here too. I like this sort of remote delivery of Explosivo damage though. On bosses, we can just sit back and relax while Explosivo ticks up and then blows up on targets. It's a pretty neat synergy, honestly. One that I never really would have thought of. We are moving right now. Haven't found the item room yet, and I think that's fine. Yeah, so like that, these power flies here, we can just let Explosivo tap, and because we are damaging so quickly with our tears rate being inflated right now by Bloody Gust, we can apply multiple stacks very, very quickly on the targets here. Maybe we just do that. And good luck, Fallen. And look at that. We get Backstabber, too. So, you know, Ludovico. New year, new me, new you, new Vico. Mr. Keeney's loving this right now. I can see him in the comment section right now. He's absolutely loving that. Ludovico believers rise up. Yeah, Backstabber. Now we're talking about a pretty scary combo with Backstabber, Explosivo, Ludovico. Because remember, Ludovico is piercing and spectral, so it's going to constantly hit our targets over and over and over again with backstab damage. On top of that, it's also throwing out Explosivo tiers. I mean, I'm enjoying these Explosivo shots, but that doesn't mean I want to blow up from BBF. We're just slaughtering everything right now. All right, let's go. Let's go to the next floor. Maybe get Guppy here. If we get Guppy, man, we're gonna look at a serious power boost. I mean, Guppy always boosts your power curve, obviously, but this is going to go to a different level with Ludovico and Guppy, if we get there. And a rock rat meow. I definitely wouldn't mind getting small rock. Or soul hearts is good. We actually are way ahead of time right now. Thanks to our clear speed and this combo here. Y'all need to chill out with this leaping. Seriously, chill out. I think we could definitely let's max out our bonuses from Bloody Gust here. Curse of Darkness is really dark for some reason. Yeah, you just saw that huge spike of damage there with a couple of ticks from Backstabber, and that was it. Good luck, Greed. No problem at all. We get ourselves a Yave. What are them Yaves? I can, whenever I do that southern drawl character, whatever his name is, I always picture the drawing of Alex drawing me with a giant cowboy hat and mustache. For them, they're Yaves. I think those are the favorite drawings and animations that Alex makes out of all of them, besides the Puppet Alex one. Muchacho. Go ahead and toss me one of them Yaves over there. See. Haven't had an Alex animation in a while. As far as shorts are concerned, I've asked Alex to, my goal is to get one a week at least, maybe two, ideally. But obviously animations take time and that sort of thing, and Alex does have his own. He does have his own life as well. But I will say that if you are an animator, an artist, or anything like that, and you would like to try your hand at animation for the channel, send me a portfolio and resume. Because it would free up Alex to work on other things too, but also make sure that we're still getting some high quality animation content here from these Isaac videos, or just whatever, that'd be fun too. But send a resume and a portfolio to Sinvicta316@gmail.com. Managed to go everywhere but the item room here, and we're starting to now get out of what did we run into a night there? I guess I didn't see it, man. This Curse of Darkness is killing me. But yeah, send an email, Sinvicta316@gmail.com with a portfolio. some examples, people you've worked with before in the past. I'd love to take a look at your work, and it would be nice to add someone onto the team. Don't expect to make life-changing money, but if you're looking for a side gig that is dependable, reliable pay and stuff, then hit me up. Ultimately, Alex will be in charge of reviewing the art and stuff too, because I am not an artist. And we finally find our friggin' item room, dude. It's wasted so much time. Just look at the size of this non-XL floor. All that for freaking Smartfly. All right, let's go. Let's get the Soul Heart. We got to get a move on here because I don't want to squander this opportunity to make boss rush. I don't want to waste this Emperor card either, but we need to get some time made up here. Oh my gosh. Dude, Explosivo just going absolute beast mode here. Well, take Empty Vessel. I don't care about Rotten Baby, to be honest. I'd rather have the Red Heart HPs. People calling Cursed Penny last week an absolute menace. Look, sometimes Cursed Penny has an off day, all right? All right, don't we all? So who are you to say that we're having a on day off day, So notice how I used the IV bag there to not incur any damage on our Soul Hearts. And that is called iframes or infinity frames. And that's exactly why I like having the IV bag here in this situation particularly. Because if the game decides to do something like, say, I don't know, spawn a library that all the books are covered off by spikes, then guess what? We don't care. We say, whatever. We're going to do it our way anyway. Okay, Binge Eater's in there, but I don't care right now. We gotta move on here. I'm doing this to speed up our damage here. I strangely still believe that we're going to make it, despite what the game is doing right now, trying to delay us even more. We have 30 seconds to beat Mom. Less than, actually. Oh, we can come back to it. Now, of course, Explosivo is not going to get a chance to explode here. Be close. I'm not getting hit at this point. Oh my god, the Globin, dude! The Globin stopped us because it didn't die. That's so lame. That's so lame. And we didn't get a double deal after all that. The Globin was still alive, therefore, even after we beat Mom, it still persisted and stopped us from getting into the friggin'... that's annoying. I'm going to take one more book here. Wait, did we already... No, we didn't get Bookworm yet. There we go. And I am going to take the Book of Secrets since we have Car Battery. We also now have Flying because of Empty Vessel. Or at least we did. Well, there's a Demon Judge, and we can get rid of this last half Soul Heart. Man, I'm mad about that boss rush. Anyway, we have Book of Secrets here with Car Battery, which is going to be a nice double activation item. Going to give us full mapping. And eventually also give us full X-ray specs as well. We had 99 cents walking into this room. That is truly heinous. Let's get rid of this red heart. I actually shouldn't have picked up that eternal heart either. It's not gonna take the eternal heart. Ooh. I mean, Pandora's box would be fine for the next floor, but I don't want to lose the Book of Secrets at this point. Yeah, terrible floor. Curse the Blind. All right. All right. Oh, we have no reliable way of getting rid of this red heart now, unless we just get a bunch of devil deals. Problem is that we have no way of renewing our HP. But with the damage from Ludovico right now, and by the way, game, if you want to like give us more damage, that'd be cool. I'm not gonna stop you because I know that we have a really crazy and fun combo right now, but we haven't received any base damage upgrades. So, you know, if we can work on that. I forgot Binge Eater. All right, I think that people would rejoice that I forgot an item that people for some reason hate. It's amazing how a good item can be hated on for being too good. That's something right there. That's a branch of the Isaac community that always manages to find their way somehow, some way. Oh, this is quite the map here. People hate Binge Eater. People hate. Let's see, what other items people hate? Mom's Knife is always the classic. Some people hate Brimstone. Some people hate Maw of the Void. It's amazing what people will just get fired up about these days. Faith card, Lover's card. I mean, we might as well fill those hearts for now since we're not able to get flying. No. I think we live in a world where you could just straight up show people like this is the worst Isaac. This is the worst item in Isaac, in all of Isaac. It literally has no upside. It's only downside, not even objectively. Just show it that every step you take, it deals 1 heart of damage to you, and there's no way to mitigate it at all. I legitimately think that we would still find a group of people being like, it's still the best item. You can't say it's not the best item. I remember when so-and-so used it for this run. Like, good lord, man. I guarantee you that's the case. Reminds me of that Dennis Leary sketch way back in the day. Talking about smoking cigarettes. Holy crap, these things are bad for you. No Cure for Cancer was one of my favorite stand-ups. Dressed to Kill by Eddie Izzard is still my go-to on top. Besides all this to say, besides George Carlin. George Carlin will always be king. How does Tech 1 work with Ludovico? We do have a chance to re-roll here, but no! Oh, we're gonna have to go with the Bomb Beggar this time. Dude, this Isaac does not want to be played today. What is going on with the vendors here? Oh, really? Sure. We can get down to Diplopia. That's Mega Bean here. So Mega Bean. Hey, what's the goal here? I want to get Diplopia to maybe double Tech 1, or maybe save it for the Devil Deal. The problem is that we've got to get Tech 1 first before anything, which means that we have to have the money to do that, which we automatically lost because of a random troll bomb that spawned from Fanny Pack. Heard something explode. I don't know how anything's still alive up here. And the fun part is that the Bomb Beggar instantly paid out. So, dude. Yeah, that right there, the reason why those egglets were freaking out is directly because of Too Spooky and the fear effect. He was just throwing out all kinds of troll bombs here. But I don't even know if we're going to get Diplopia at this point. We've still received no money, so go back and re-roll again. Nice. Okay. Wow, that was a great hit by Wooden Nickel. Oh. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to Diplopia Tech 1 because in order for us to get Diplopia, we have to use Spin Down. So that wasn't going to be possible anyway. Or was it? No, I could have waited to get Tech 1 out of the claw machine until we had gotten Diplopia, yeah. So I shouldn't have tapped there. Well, I think this gives us the Tech 1 tier. Yes. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. All right, Tech 1. Giving us the Tech X tier now. And it does look like we're going to have enough room to get Diplopia as well. Now, the only downside to the Tech X tier in Ludovico is the fact that it will no longer do the Explosivo effect. And on top of that, there's a dead zone in the middle. You can see that, the inner ring there. No enemies can get hurt by that. So we have to be very precise with our positioning of our tier. But the trade-off here is that we get a much wider radius of damage, meaning that we don't even have to really move that much. What'd that turn into? Oh yeah, I don't care about any of that. Okay. So we get Diplopia. Diplopia, if there is a Guppy item in this Devil Deal, we will be able to get Guppy. And even if there's not, we can. If there's a worthy Devil Deal in there, we're still going to use Diplopia and save our HP because right now we are not that sturdy. So you're seeing, if we had still had the regular Ludovico tier, we would have been absolutely washed in that room. With both of those Globins moving at the exact same speed, coming from two different angles, yeah, we were cooked. But because we have a much wider radius of effect now for this damage, we're totally safe from that. And Ludovico does make the mom fight a joke here, especially with Backstabber. And it's a Krampus fight. I mean, you knew it was going to be. We pretty much set ourselves up for that. So, cheers, D-Game. Happy for you. So now all we can really hope for is just getting multiple item pedestal. I mean, we can use Diplopia inside of the arcade and then spin. We can go for basically 2 spin downs. And then one of those spin downs will be charged. Wow. Yeah, so we go for that. Yeah, bees. Then we hit spin down. And I don't think there's enough. Yeah, there's no way there's going to be enough rooms to get a full charge here. Unless we find a full charge. We didn't. That's okay. The game made itself known there with that Krampus fight, so. Secret room, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Oh, the game is trying to shut down our fun now. No fun for anyone, game. We got you. Loud and clear. Yuma's having mapping, but spin down does give us some interesting play options here. Yep. You're seeing the back still, even without the Explosivo damage now, the Backstabber damage is just incredible because it's constant. That's what I was talking about with that damage uptime. You know, how much damage are you really dealing out of a span of, like, let's say 5 seconds? Is it once every second, once every 2 seconds? Yeah, this is constant damage. That's what I mean when I say uptime. One really long hallway here. Secret room should be here. It's not. Got plenty of bombs here, so we should at least try for a soul heart or not. Great fear there by Too Spooky. I get the Backstabber procs there on Satan. Trying to keep the feet relatively close together, so if we hit them, we hit both of them. All right, we got our soul heart back. No harm, no foul. All right, let's see what we get here before Lamb. Get Abyss. Mega turn into Mom's box for some reason. We have car battery too. Ooh. That gave us the pack, but I kind of want Mega for Lamb because of car battery. I think we just do this. Maybe we just do this and call it a day. I enjoyed the I enjoyed the combo that we had for sure. That Explosivo combo with Ludovico was amazing. And we're even getting a little bit of that here with Mega now. The double duration Mega Blast is too good with the Explosivo. So, fun run. I'll go ahead and take it. Shout out to Mr. Keeney for loving Ludovico technique, as he always does. And thank you very much for liking, commenting, subscribing, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. Remember, we're only 2 away now at the time of this recording from hitting our like streak goal and doing the Sacred Heart Randomizer week. I hope you all are ready for that. I hope that we get there this week. I feel like we are going to. We're very close. We've got to do it by Saturday. So make sure you click that like button. Thank you for supporting the other series here on the channel. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like thanks to patrons of mine like Alacran19, Chronic Shadow, Carlos Ibanez, Saul Petty, and Trent Lunsford. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.